Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Y'all made it to the end of the week. So did I. Well, there's a bit of a Hobby Lobby yarn haul that I got yesterday. And then I finished Connie's cardigan. I got to do her hat though. I haven't done the hat yet. Had a bit of a day where I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, or a night when I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, and then but that was, you know, one of those days. I hadn't had one of those days in quite a while, so but I did get sleep last night, or this morning. I went to bed at about 3:30 a.m. and then slept to about 1. I woke up to the smell of chili throughout my house. I had put we use ground turkey in our chili, and because it really does well in the crock pot. It gets really good and mushy, and you know, it doesn't stay so firm like ground beef. And so I put it in the sink to thaw out when I went to bed. And so when Johnny woke up, he found it thawed out and put everything in the crock pot for me. So when I woke up this morning, well, this afternoon at 1, it was already well into a couple hours into the cooking. And so I woke up to the smell of chili cooking, you know. And that's enough to make anybody happy, I think. So that made me extremely happy. And oh, and I want to show y'all my new t-shirt. I got this from Amazon. It says, "Dogs and crochet make me happy." And I had to stand up and show y'all. And then it has this, and then it says, "Humans make my head hurt." So it's a 3X, believe it or not. It's a 3X. So it doesn't fit me baggy like most of my shirts. It does fit me. And it's not like really, it's not like uncomfortably snug. It just doesn't fit me baggy like all my other stuff. So there's that. And then I don't know if you notice any difference in my hair. It's not frizzy like it normally is. I bought some new stuff for my hair the other day at Walmart. So this is not a commercial. I just figured I'd share it with you. Not endorsed or you know, affiliated or anything like that. But Garnier Nutrice always puts out really good stuff. I use their hair dye when I dye my hair, which is way overdue, just to let you know. That's why you see this new growth here and this gray at my temples. I do have some silver, some gray hair, but I'd usually dye over it by now. But I just haven't had the energy to dye my hair. But I did, because my hair, I have Scottish and Irish heritage, and so my hair, since I was very little, has tangled and frizzed like that. And so I've always looked for a product that would stop my hair from doing that. And so hopefully this is a new product that I can use and get it to stop being so frizzy. But this is a Garnier Fructis, and this is a spray-on stuff, because a lot of those detanglers and stuff have oil in them, and they will weigh your hair down, and like even like overnight after you like take a shower and then sleep and you wake up the next day, your hair looks oily, or at least mine will look oily. If I use a detangler or something like that, it will make my hair instantly look oily. A lot of times it will anyway. But this is it's called Pure Clean Silicone Free Detangler and Hair Dry, or Plus Hair Dry. And it says vitamin E and aloe extract, and it says normal hair, clean soft hair with no weigh down. And I believe that. And my hair dried well. I usually don't dry the very back of it because I don't have long hair anymore. But I mean, I didn't even have to put hairspray on my hair. It just laid in place exactly how I wanted it to. And I don't have, and I did blow dry my hair, but I don't have frizz at all. And I'm so impressed. All I did was, you know, just spray this on my wet hair and then come in here and blow dry it. And then voila, I got the desired effect. So I'm very happy. Now, I'm not going to tell you this stuff is cheap. I think I paid $5 or $6 for this, and it's 5 ounces, but it doesn't take very much. It doesn't. You just give your hair a good spray with it, and then kind of mix it in like you would if it was mousse, and go. You could either let your hair dry naturally, of course, or blow dry it like I did. And I didn't blow dry my hair for that long. Usually it takes longer to blow dry my hair, but it didn't take that long. But you know, I'm very happy, and it's really soft, and it's not frizzy, and it smells fantastic. Now, I do wash my hair with this shampoo and conditioner called Native, which is not cheap. Well, not by my standards anyway. If you asked Amy, it's not. It doesn't cost that much because she lives in California where everything's expensive. But Native at Walmart runs right at $10 a bottle for the shampoo. $10 for the shampoo, $10 for the conditioner, which I find a little bit ridiculous. But actually, I can get those the bottles to last me about 3 months because I'm the only one that uses it. So in the grand scheme of things, $10 a bottle lasting me 3 months is really not that bad. So you know, some people have to buy shampoo every month. I don't. So I 3 months is probably stretching it, probably closer to 2, but still, you know, they're big bottles. They're really big. So you know, I guess that's not bad in today's standards. For something to last you a couple of months and spend $10 a bottle on it. But anyway, I digress. But I'm going to share something else toward the end of the video. But let's share some yarn with you because that's probably what you came for, right? So yesterday, oh, and North wants to say hi. Everybody, this is North, my little kitty cat. You pet her and she makes noise. She purrs and her little heart lights up. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. See? It lights up, letting you know that she loves you. I need to put her, I'm going to put her on the bed so I can put the yarn over here. Alright, so me and Serena, my friend in Canada, have been talking, and she has decided she wants me to make her another cardigan because she liked the one that I made for Will's lady friend a lot, but she wants hers made instead of the silver. She wants sparkly pink. And so I was going to go to Hobby Lobby yesterday anyway, after Will paid his rent. And so I got some more black. I only had like a full skein and a floppy left after I did the other cardigan. And I know black is kind of hard for me to work with a little bit, but I got this little lamp that I can angle right over my shoulder. It makes it a lot easier. So I don't remember how many I got. I think I got 4 of these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got 4 of these. Yeah. And I really, this yarn here, you know, some yarns, depending on what color you get and how the dye treats the yarn, depends, you know, dictates how soft the yarn's going to be. But what I found with Hobby Lobby yarn, this I Love This Yarn line of yarn, that's not the case. All of their yarns so far to date, now this could change because I haven't used every color that they have, but to date, every color that I've used has been like butter. It's been really nice on my hands. And I have arthritis hands. I have a slight case of carpal tunnel. But they've all been really easy on my hands. And when you crochet as much as I do, that's important. So I'm crocheting pretty much every day. So that's important. And so she wanted this sparkly pink in replacing the silver for hers. And they only had 3 skeins of this. And there is, now I don't know, now with the solid colors, I'll read you the specs in case you don't know. Because it's, you know, some of y'all might be new to my channel, some of you may be new to crochet. But with I Love This yarn, it's a 7-ounce skein, 199 grams, 355 yards, which is comparable to most value acrylics, and 325 meters. It's considered a 4-weight. You can machine wash and dry this. No triangles, so no bleaching and no ironing. They recommend a 5mm knitting needle, 5.5 crochet hook. I use a 6mm without a problem, but do whatever you're comfortable with. Now this color is just regular black. Now at Hobby Lobby, these are $4.99 regular price. I only shop there for yarn on 30% off week, which makes it $3.49. So only shop there for yarn on 30% off week, which is every other week. This week it's the 30% off, next week will not, and then on the 22nd, the week of the 22nd, it'll be back on sale, which is probably when I'll go back. But now these, this yarn here, isn't that gorgeous? That is so pretty. I haven't used this particular, now I did use some sparkly yarn, but it's a Yarn Bee yarn, so it's a bit of a different brand under the Hobby Lobby umbrella. But this is I Love This Yarn Metallic. Now this uses a bit of a different, they're not as many yards. With this one, it's 5 ounces, 142 grams, 252 yards, 230 meters. It is 97% acrylic, 3% metallic polyester. The rest of the specs are the same. Now this color is called Pinky Toes. But I'm going to use this instead of the silver metallic, silver sparkly yarn that I used with the black and silver cardigan. I'll be using this instead. And this should be enough. I'll probably try to get some more on the 22nd. But they only have 3 skeins at the time. Sometimes with Hobby Lobby, they only put so much of a yarn in the little spot that they have, and I don't know how often they restock. But I have access to 2 different Hobby Lobbies, one here in Shreveport and one across the bridge in Bossier. So I'll probably go to Bossier next time, and hopefully they'll have some more of this. I really would like to have at least 2 more skeins, just for my own peace of mind. When I start the project, I like to have extra, because there will be of course I'll make her a hat to go with it. But yeah, this I'm glad that the sparkle is actually showing up on camera, because a lot of times sparkle yarn does not show up on camera, but I can clearly see this in there. But this is really sparkly. This is more sparkly than the silver. I got one of the silvers in here. Well, maybe about the same. I can do a side-by-side comparison. It's definitely more sparkly than the silver. I think it's more sparkly. In my humble opinion, anyway, it's more sparkly. Y'all be the judge. Y'all can let me know in the comments what you think, if you think that this is more sparkly than this. Now, I'll go over this one, because I did get a few more of this one, just in case I had a project come up that someone wanted this. This is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Peel Fiber. This is a 4-ounce skein, 186 yards. This is also a 4-weight, and it recommends actually a 6mm crochet hook and a 5mm knitting needle. So, and it's 99% low peel acrylic and 1% metallic. Now this metallic on here did kind of separate from the yarn a little bit for here and there. So just be aware of that if you get some. It does, you know, at times the metallic will separate from the yarn a little bit, and you'll see in the project little stray metallics a little bit here and there. Now I'm a loose crocheter, so I can't even blame it on I'm not a tight crocheter. Sometimes tight crocheters will tend to have that happen because they're a little rough with the yarn, but I'm a loose crocheter, so it wasn't me. It was definitely just the way that they twist the yarn. And maybe it's not twisted tight enough to where that doesn't happen, because I'm loose with it. So I'm not abusing the yarn or twisting it or grabbing it too tightly. I don't have a very strong grip in my hand, so I can't crochet very tightly. So I don't know, but it did separate it in certain at certain times. But let's see, and there's the third one of that. I don't remember how. Yeah, I got 3 more. Yeah, I got, this makes 3 of the silver. And then I got this. This is the Crafter's Secret Big Idea. I love these. You get so much yardage. You don't have to continuously add another skein. The specs on this is 16 ounces, 454 grams, 810 yards, 740 meters. It's 100% acrylic. It recommends 5 millimeter knitting needles, 5.5 crochet hook. I do also use a 6 millimeter with this. Now these, without it being on sale, is $11.99. It was 8 something with it being on sale. And this color is called Cobalt Blue, which is my favorite blue in this yarn. They have a darker blue, but I really like this color blue. This is really a beautiful blue to me. And I have another one of these, but I have a project in mind for this, so that I really wanted this blue. But it's just a really good, this is a good solid yarn. This is perfect for blankets, because you won't have to like constantly be adding skeins or tying in ends or whatever. But these are really good for blankets and big projects. I've used this for cardigans and stuff too. But they don't have the variety of colors and variegateds in these that you get in the I Love This yarn. But I do love this just as much as I do that. Just as much. But there's just not as big a variety of variegated and stripes and all that in this as there is in the other. And I also got the same Crafter's Big Secret in the color Passport. Now this is just a beautiful gray. I had used this in Serena's first cardigan I made her. I used this color in a variegated color, and it works up so good. It's so nice. And these go so far. I put that there, and I got some other things. Let me get them all out of this bag here. Okay, now you know if you've been with my channel a little while, you know that I'm about to attempt to learn needle knitting. So, and I have some knitting needles that I've bought, but I didn't buy any little caps to go on the ends to save my project from sliding off the needles. I don't know why, but I just forgot to do that. So I bought some of those. Now these were $1.79, and so I bought these to go on the end of the needles to keep my, you know, my future project from sliding off. And so I'll put that on the table. And then I needed some thread to sew on buttons, and because I'm, you know, all time making sweaters and stuff, and I didn't really have any thread, and I figured I never know what color I'm gonna need. And I know this is not this is craft thread, but I can make this work. And because I wanted various colors of thread without having to buy like a whole bunch of spools of thread. It just didn't make any sense. But I can, you know, I'm just sewing on buttons. I'm not putting it in a sewing machine. So I mean, I'm not gonna need big long strings of thread, but I figured this would work for sewing on buttons. And I get a variety of colors, and this was $2.99. And because I have needles, I have sewing needles, I have for buttons and such. And my eyesight ain't great, so I got me a needle threader, and it just happens to look like a bee. Isn't that pretty? It made me think of Sandy over at Crochet Canada with her yarn of bees. But it's a needle threader, and so that'll help me get the thread in the needle. And I saw these, and because I've been wanting to kind of, you know, I've been looking at different things to put, you know, bridge the gap between the cardigans I make and make them, dress them up a little bit, you know, either with buttons or something, you know, or, you know, maybe a shawl, you know, put something on a shawl to make it easier to have it to where you don't have to hold it together, you know, that it'll just stay on you. And so I came across these. I first came across something similar to this at Walmart, and I was like, but they wanted like almost $4 for one set of these, and I thought that was just a bit much. But I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I thought that was beautiful, and I really liked them. There's such a glare. There we go. That's a little bit better. But you just sew them, I guess you just sew them on, and then they just, you know, you put one on one side and one on the other, and then they just hook in the middle. And so you could do that for a cardigan or a shawl. You could just put one on one side and one on the other, and then it just hooks in the middle, and you don't have to, you know, constantly hold the shawl. Or I have some really pretty shawls that were made and given to me that I might, you know, put these on, so that I can actually wear them without constantly having to hold on to them, because we're fixing to get cold here, and I really like wearing those, but I don't like holding them on. So I may, you know, I only got 2 packs of these, but still, you know, I may put some of these on the cardigans that I'm gonna be making, or, you know, if someone wants one of these. I do have some saved in my Amazon list that, you know, 'cause I was trying to find some cheaper than Amazon and cheaper than Joann's, but these are the only 2 that they had at Hobby Lobby, and they were $2.99 per pair, which is the cheapest I found them. So I will try to get some more on the 22nd, because this is the cheapest I found them. But yeah. Anyway, that is everything that I got at Hobby Lobby. So let me get everything back in this bag, except for these. I'm going to put these in my little basket over here so I don't lose them. I got a little basket I put odds and ends in to keep from losing small things. And this is just some Folgers coffee with some 0 sugar creamer in it, because I don't do sugar anymore, unless you count kind of sugar. That kind of sugar I'll do. I give my doggies sugar. Now I'm just being silly. We're down here in the South, we call that sugar. When you give someone a little kiss, give me some sugar. You ever heard that term? When it comes to some love, give me some sugar. Alright. Yarn gets heavy after a minute, doesn't it? You put it in the bag. Anyway, let me show you Connie's cardigan that I finally got done about 3 a.m. this morning. It turned out pretty though. So here we are. Oh, this hanger don't want to act right. But I got her sleeves done up. There's her little cuff. I did try something else with the sleeves, but it didn't work out as far as the cuff goes. But I ended up resulting back to this, which is fine. I got it pretty small down there, and decreased pretty good. So, and I measured my arms, and my arms are the same length as her arms. So these are, I tried this on, so these work. And I'm pretty proud of the fact that these sleeves aren't too big. They're not like super balloon big, and they work just fine. And the neck is just a simple. I went through and I say cleaned up the neck a little bit, pulled it in a bit, you know, with a single crochet row, and then I went back with a double, half double, like I usually do. But I did the front post, back post on the sides here with that Premier Basics marled foliage color, and then I did, of course, this is the bottom ribbing here. But yeah, I did ribbing on the bottom with that color, and ribbing on the side lapels with it. And but I did do some, after I got 19 rows out of each cake of the first 2 cakes I used, and then I used a 3rd cake to add rows to each hexagon once I seamed up the shoulders, because I seamed up the shoulders on each half to keep from adding more rows to the sleeves, because I knew I needed to decrease the sleeves to keep the sleeves from being really, really big. And so what I did is I just folded them to get the shape out, you know, to get the half a sweater shape. And then I seamed up the shoulders. And then I just added rows, you know, to the lapels and all the way around, and then to the back part to make it, you know, as wide, or and add to the lapels and to the bottom length. So that's how I do that. And then I added length and, you know, front part. And then once I was happy with, you know, that, I went ahead and seamed them together. And once I got them together, I did a couple of more rows where I just added, I would attach the yarn here and go all the way down the front lapel, down around the bottom, and then up the other side. And I went and did that a couple of times until I was happy with the length and the width of the lapels. And then once I was happy with that, I went ahead and did my ribbing along the bottom and the lapels, and then did the neck. So and even though I'm a bit bigger than her, she's a 2X, I'm still a 3X. And so I did try this on to see, you know, but I am just a wee, I think she said she was 5'4", now she's a 5'3", so I'm a little bit taller than her. But I was able to kind of try it on and see where it landed on me to make sure that the length was right. And once I was, you know, happy that the length would be right on her, I knew I was on the right track. And so that's the upside about my weight coming down and being in flux, is that I can kind of gauge some of the sizes. It helps. Even though I did have her measurements, she sent me her, you know, her measurements, so it was a little easier to gauge what size this needed to be. And I do have shirts, t-shirts and stuff in various sizes to help me size sweaters. And so far with all the sweaters that I've made, and this being number 21, I've managed to get everybody's size right. I haven't had anyone come back and say, oh, my sweater didn't fit. You know, no, everybody said the sweater fit fine. So nobody's sweater's been too big or anything like that. So I've been just fine. My system works. And I will make her a matching hat and then wash it and have it in the mail to her early next week. And that'll be that. But over the weekend, I think because we're fixing to have this cold snap, and luckily my landlord came over yesterday. I was so happy. I emailed him, I want to say Wednesday maybe. Text him. Sorry. Email on the brain. But I text him and I asked him to come and check things, because we're fixing to have this cold snap where it's going to be like 10 to 15 degrees for, like, you know, for about 2 or 3 days. That's going to be our low temperature, and the high temperature is going to be like in the 20s or 30s. So that's pretty cold for us here. And then we have a humidity issue here, you know, moisture, a lot of moisture in the air. So it makes it really bone chilling, you know. And so I was really worried, because in late, you know, in around December of 2022, we had a pipe burst in the attic, and it rained down water through the ceiling. And it was a main pipe. It was a main pipe that bust and caused us to be without water for 2 weeks. And so that ruined Christmas and ruined New Year for us. And it was a big ordeal. It was a huge ordeal. And so I was really scared with this cold snap coming. We were, you know, I just wanted everything shored up. I wanted him to come and, you know, square things up and make sure everything was going to be okay. And he was good enough to come do that. I'm sure he didn't want to have to go through that ordeal either, because that was a lot on him, because he was running, at the time that happened, he was running a bar, working at a casino, and running a lawn care service all at the same time as trying to come and repair things here. But now he no longer runs a bar, He just works at a casino and runs a lawn care service. So he no longer runs the bar. So he doesn't, he has a little more time on his hands. But yeah. So he was right over to and went around the house and did a few things, and then he went up in the attic, and which I was really glad, because I kept hearing some things that sounded like it was in the attic, and I was like, I don't know if that's just me hearing things or what the deal was, but I kept thinking I was hearing something in the attic. But he put my mind at ease. He went in the attic and verified that there was no animals had been in the attic, and then he took some insulation and laid it all, covered all the pipes that are up there, just to make sure that they had good insulation, that they, were covered in for the cold and everything. And then he assured me that he, plugged all the things on the outside and covered everything on the outside, so that we're good insulated from the outside as well. So I'm a paranoid type person, so this made me feel a whole lot better, knowing that he came over and went on all the way around the house, making sure everything was shored up on the outside, and then he came inside and went in the attic and shored everything up there. And so I felt a lot better knowing that all of that is done. And of course, when John and I were at the store the other day, I bought an extra little electric space heater to put in there in the living room, in the dining room kitchen area, where I'm just going to open up the cabinets underneath the kitchen sink and put that little heater in there to keep those pipes from freezing. Of course, we're going to drip the faucets as well, because we're not idiots. We know that dripping faucets keep things flowing. So all the faucets that can be dripped will be dripped. I got a little bathroom here, and I'll drip that faucet, and then we'll drip the faucet in the kitchen, and we'll drip the faucet in the tub in there. So we'll drip all those faucets. Last time we dripped all the faucets, and it didn't make a bit of difference. It still froze up and bust. So, but this time we'll drip them, and everything should be fine. We're going to be fine for this cold snap. I feel a whole lot better. Last time the cold snap just kind of snuck up on us, and we had no warning whatsoever. This time, at least, we had some advance warning that it was going to happen, and he was able to come over here and fix everything up and put our mind at ease. So there's that. Anyway, what I wanted to wrap this up and talk about is when John and I were at Walmart the other day, I was approached by a young man who was selling music CDs. And they weren't just any music CDs. They were Christian rap music CDs. And y'all know I'm a Jesus freak. I love my Jesus. And this really touched my heart, that this young man was out spreading the word of Jesus and his faith. And now I did give him a couple of bucks for his CD, because he was out, trying to spread the word of Jesus and with music. And then he, was working it, And as I got to looking at his, this is what he gave me. Now, he didn't ask me for any money, but I gave him a little something. But this is what he gave me, and there's a CD in here, and I did play it a little bit, and I like it. I mean, I'm not a person who really listens to rap, but I listen to the words. And it wasn't, some rap music you can't understand the words because of just their voice inflection and the way they blend their words a little bit, and you can't really all the time understand what they're saying. But I can understand every word he was saying. So it was very impactful what he was saying. The words just it meant a lot to me. So and right now, our young people out there, especially the ones that listen to that kind of music, they really could use what this young man is trying to put out. You know what I'm saying? And it really is important. And his let me see if Eric Hullaby is his name, and he's on Instagram. He's on Twitter. He's got his number in here. And he's not only doing music, he's got a thing in here where he's mowing lawns. He will come mow lawns. Looks like he's also promoting somebody's eyelash business. I'm sure they probably sponsored his music CD to help him do this. So he's got a little flyer in there for that. Here's his little music CD. But I'm gonna put his Twitter and his Instagram handle in the description of this video in case y'all want to go check him out. Because I think he deserves a little, you know, a little boost, a little listen to. I'm sure probably on Instagram he's probably got some videos or something. I don't know. I hadn't had a chance to go check that out, but I'll leave his Instagram handle in the description of the video so y'all can go check him out. But his Instagram is ErichUbWear. So if y'all want to go check that out, I will of course put it down in the description for y'all. And we'll check him out and see what he's about. He was well spoken. He wasn't talking in slang terms or anything like that. Like I said, he was well spoken, and he seemed like he had a really good message to be put out. And I just wanted to give him a little recognition for being out and doing his best to support himself by whatever means necessary while trying to get his message across. And I admire that and respect it. So it might not be my kind of music normally, but he's trying to get a good message, and that much I appreciate. So anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday. I'm going to pull out after I make this hat, I'm going to pull the boys' blankets out and work on them. And because that was my goal. Once I got this last cardigan made that I had money deposit on, that I was going to work on the boys' blankets. So I think over the weekend, that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to work on the boys' blankets and try to make some progress with that. So in the next video, I'll be showing y'all that. So I don't know. I need to get some content going. I'm kind of been low on content, but I'll figure it out. And we're almost at 2,500 subscribers. And I'm thinking me and John need to go through my yarn and put together maybe a giveaway and do a video for 3K, because I'd really like to be at 3K. But I of course need what, 520 subscribers for 3K. But I mean, I've been doing this for 2.5 years, so you know, it don't make no sense that I'm not already at 3K. It really don't make sense. But you know, it's been a hard fought for 2,500. You know, it's been, you know, I've worked hard. So you know, I just like to be 3K at least. But you know, if I can get close, if I start looking like I'm going to get close to 3K, then I'll put together a 3K giveaway. That's my next giveaway. But I got plenty of yarn that I can put together a giveaway for. And I'll see about gathering up some notions and stuff when I go back to Hobby Lobby on the 22nd. And throw in there, get a little notions pouch and put some notions in there. Yeah, I think a 3K giveaway is coming up. I just need to get closer to the 3K to motivate me to put that together. So, but anyway, thank y'all for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. That does help out the channel quite a bit. And share me out if you haven't done so already. I appreciate all that. I appreciate all the love. And if you have a minute, leave me a comment and let me know what you thought about the video. I'd really appreciate that as well. And of course, there are memberships available that start at $2.99. If you want to try to support the channel that way, you can. And if you can't afford that, just let the ads run on the video. That does also help the channel financially. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember that I love you and so does Jesus. And please adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye now.